What's up, guys? Wow. Welcome back to another live stream. And yeah, as you could tell by the rather on-time start that we had today, that we have our stuff together. Yeah, definitely. Everything's working as it should be. Oh my gosh, there's so many always last-minute things that happen. But we are here, and that's what matters. Hey everyone in the chat. Good to see you. And yeah, I'm actually, no, that was all a big lie. But you know, as we are performers, the show must go on, and that's how we always do it. Actually, I couldn't get my camera working right until like the very last minute, so yeah, that's what happened. But per usual, let's do a quick catch up before we go on to our main guest star today, who's going to be very cool, Andy Ottensamer, or at least I hope he's going to be cool. Why am I like, he's actually just waiting off to the side listening to me as I monologue this to you guys. But anyway, just a quick catch up. Guys, check it out. I was just in Rockport this past weekend, the last week, and I got to meet one of the coolest pianists. This is Marc-Andre Hamelin, and he is an awesome pianist. Go check him out. You can see here, he's also my huge fan. That is not photoshopped. That is actually completely real. We're backstage here. That's Barry there. He's the festival director of Rockport. And also Kathy. Kathy is Mark's wife. So yeah, this is just a candid post-concert shot. Yeah, I don't know why it looks so photoshopped, but I swear it's not. He just happens to be my biggest fan. Anyway, also moving on, I wanted to show you guys. Check it out. Check it out here. A little something. No context. New character coming up. Maybe. So, introducing, you heard it here first, Sifu Li. That's like Sifu means teacher in Chinese, and I guess, you know, we have another character coming in. So, yeah. I think you guys are going to really like this character. You know, he's kind of a combination of all of my previous teachers on violin, and his name is a play on words. It's his name's Sifu Li, but you know, he's kind of blind, so you know, he might not see, or he might see fully. That is the ultimate. Yes, this is Sifu Li. Anyway, all right. Anyway, you guys are gonna enjoy this. Skit's coming up, so yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Also upcoming Curtis video. This one's gonna be a fun one too. It's gonna be a sight reading challenge where I challenge some Curtis students. But of course, you know, being the prodigies that they are, we had to add in a new twist. So this one's gonna be an extreme sight reading challenge, where you lose fingers. So anyway, that's gonna be something interesting as well. You can, if you remember Alex from the last Curtis video, that's her over there. This is Ling Yu Dong, also a 4th-year student at Curtis. So yeah, this is gonna be fun as well. Also, oh yeah, this is what I filmed in the look at Heifetz. Look how serious he is. He's just like, he's got the smize going on. Yeah, I just thought that this was a pretty cool video to show because you know, since I'm playing on the Heifetz Strad right now, it's kind of cool to see that, you know, he's just here chilling with some of his friends. Oh yeah, upcoming video as well. Man, we were just going to spoilers. Maybe something around Arcane. Maybe. Oh, and by the way, I was in Rockport last week, and like I said, I saw, you know me. Okay, if you know me, you know that anytime I see an animal of any sorts, I just want to play for it, right? I just want to play with it. I want to play music with it. I want to see how it reacts. So yeah, this was a seagull that I saw. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna play some Vivaldi and see how it reacts. So here it goes. Well, it's not flying away, right? Yep, so it's still, you know, it's still there. It's kind of like, Hey, what's up? Some morning Vivaldi vibes. You know, it's like, oh, it's a good wake up call. So so that was a personal serenade to this to the seagull. All right, and before we lead into what's coming up next, Andy is waiting here in the wings, but let's just go ahead and intro him. And guys, just in case there was any doubling of audio, you have to let me know, okay? This is important. That was actually a sound test in disguise. Anyway, without further ado, Andy, are you ready? Are you ready to be coming onto camera? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's go, Andy! Woo!
Hey!
What's up?
I'm just grooving. Let me chill a little bit in this confetti here. Let me take it all in.
Yes. Wow. Where are you right now, Andy? Thanks for being here.
Let me see for myself.
Or are you about to have seafood where you are?
Oh.
Oh. Yes.
Man, it's good to be here. Good to see you.
Likewise.
To hang out with you, if not in person, then at least in this virtual space that you have created with a lot of love. But yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Where are you calling from right now?
I'm in Newcastle.
Nice, Newcastle.
Yeah.
In
England.
that's in the UK. Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a little bit of geography here. Newcastle. Well, okay. In my defense, there is a Newcastle. Whenever I think of Newcastle, I think of the one in Australia. So
There you go. Yeah. Wouldn't mind that either.
Yeah. Probably the one in Australia has better weather, but
but I've been told it's exceptionally good. So whatever. But, where are you?
I am currently right now back at home in Philadelphia. It's here for a couple more days before I go on tour to Australia. Oh my gosh, nice. I remember when we first met, it was in Australia. Do you remember that?
My God, you true. Outside of the conservatory.
Yes.
Right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I have to see if I can find this photo, but I mean, I don't know if I still have it. Do you remember what year that was? That when we met?
Must have been like 14 or something, maybe 15.
2014. I think that I had us, back when it was cool to have your Facebook profile, with your friends. I think for a while it was the two of us.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I didn't know we were that close.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Okay, here it is. Check it out. Look at this. I got it right here.
I'm not sure.
Look at this. Look at this. Ooh. Look at that.
Good.
Nice.
We
look the same. I think you're totally. We look the same.
No,
I think
what
well, your draw line right now is more chiseled.
Oh, I think you got a bit fat or something. That's what you wanted to say, right? Yeah.
Nice. No. Well. No. Oh, that's great.
Both of us still have hair.
Yes.
We can. I don't know. We still have teeth. So
exactly. I think it's.
Yeah.
I think it's. Wow. Why is my iPhone smaller than yours on your?
Let me roll out of here.
So good, man. It's good to see you. Oh wow. I can't wait. I can't wait till we see each other. Actually, we're seeing each other pretty soon, right? We are seeing each other in Korea, and I want to talk about that as well because this photo is from a while back, and a lot has changed since then. With both of us, but I know there's been a huge transition for you into conducting, and that's super exciting, and I definitely want to talk about that. By the way, for everyone who's watching the stream right now, welcome, and definitely be sure to, if you want to play for Andy or ask any questions, please go ahead and download Tonic. We're going to be doing it in the studios. It's going to be happening like this, where we go into Tonic, you open a studio, and so you download. Wait a second, let me get the download link. It's let's drop the down. Oh, it's right there. Thank you, Rose Joint, in the chat. So here, we're gonna pin this right there. It's the download link right there. So go ahead and download Tonic. It's also in the description below, and definitely open your studio. So you do that by clicking the top left here, and if it's your first time, you can go ahead and do this already. So you open a new studio. It's right here. You can see I've been practicing a lot because that's why my room looks so baller. You can customize your avatar. Click new studio. Click in the description what you are playing, or rather what what question you would like. So if you would like to play for Andy, definitely put in the hashtag review, because we don't want to bust into random people's studios. There are a lot of people who are just practicing right now, so we don't want to disturb. We just cause a ruckus and just go in. Oh, hey Andy, guess what? Since the app was launched, we've had 50,000 people download the app.
I wanted to say anyways, it's really incredible what you've been doing. This is
because I remember talking to you about it back when it was still called Pocket Conservatory, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And we recorded all this footage that was like, in Pocket Conservatory you could do this, you could do that, and then we ended up not being able to use it.
That was like I lost half a day for that.
I know, but you and Roberto were so nice, so generous with your time, and through all of remember the stupid apple throw that we did? It was just
of course.
Oh my gosh,
this was at Bergenstock.
This is at Bergenstock. Oh, yeah. I'll get to that as well. But just put, if you would like either Q&A or review. Gosh, this is, and then type in your question right here. If you're playing a piece, you can add a piece or technique. And you can just press start now, and that's how you start your studio. So we'll be popping into studios. You can see, there's a lot of people practicing right now. I think there's 74 people practicing. So we'll get to that later. Cool. But yeah, Bergenstock.
But seriously, I mean, big shout out to you, because I think it's so cool when people use also their what they've experienced and learned and mastered in a very specific field, which our field is, of course, and then take it to, I mean, it's still very much connected. It's essential, of course, what you're doing with this app is an essential part of what we do, but bringing light to another area of that whole life is so cool. So really thumbs up, man.
Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. I know that you do. You're also very aligned in thinking this way, in terms of building community around music, and you've got so many festivals. Recently, a new one in Seoul in Korea as well, that I know of, the Lotte, and I actually wanted to show you. I have some photos of that as well. Check this out. Bam! Look at us. Yes. That is a very nice, super casual, candid photo that was taken here. Yeah, there's a closer look. Ooh, see, I was talking about that jawline. I mean, you're just like a model. What did you actually do some modeling before?
Well, the jawline is I had that done. So no, just kidding. Well, yeah, actually, I did a little bit. Just before I came to Berlin, in the very early days of my innocent life, I've done some modeling a little bit, but never really went into it. But I think also that is a kind of an area which can be very closely connected to what we do, because of course we take a lot of pictures, especially when we do recordings, or also in of course social media presence and everything. I mean, it's so blurred right now, right? I mean, all these fields kind of go together really really well, and even not don't have to, but it helps, you know, if you even also with fashion and stuff, when you're interested in that, it's actually, it's funny how in the classical music business it's still viewed a little bit as something like borderline, you know, ooh, you're pushing the boundaries. But actually, I mean, if you look at any other field, be it sports or whatever, all the people, and especially the leading personalities of that field, try to create synergies between other fields. You know, like if you look at, I don't know, whatever, Roger Federer or Messi or whatever, yeah, all of them have deals or collaborations with, for example, their own brands, or even just you know, the big brands from Rolex to Mercedes to whatever, who and it makes sense because they activate from other fields energies and
new projects that couldn't happen, right?
Yeah,
like, yeah,
exactly.
Like, it's so, yeah, I love that. I think you've touched upon a really important subject that everyone should sort of be more open to. I think it's really, when it comes down to it, it's really simple, is like everyone coming together to make the pie bigger, right? We all come together to help each other, to, instead of just being busy slicing up a slice for yourself, right?
There we go. And especially when we talk about having young audiences and stuff, I don't think it's about changing classical music. You know, that's what many people try to, like, let's just slice it up a little more and have like shorter, like only the first movement of that, or mix it with some pop music or whatever. I don't think we necessarily have to do that. I mean, we can rethink, of course, still the shape of what we do, absolutely. But how about just opening it up through those different channels and different areas of life, that we, for example, collaborate with, I don't know, with a sports brand, or with a fashion show, or whatever, you know, stuff like that, to bring actually the different fields together that could interest also different people, you know.
That's really, I think that's where you have to test your true creativity as well, I would imagine. Where you're doing it in a way that is still protecting the quality, right, of yourself as an artist, of the music that you present, right? I think there's a common thing that people just say, oh, you're doing this this thing, and you're selling out, or you're going ahead, and as soon as it's like any sort of collaboration, which is very kind of ironic, considering that music is all about collaborating, right? It's all about,
it's so funny. It's so funny. Like, I mean, literally, we are at a point now, I'm not saying all of the music world, but some of it, where playing a concert in sneakers is a headline for a newspaper or whatever, you know. That's like already, wow, you know, this is crazy. Where I'm like, guys, I mean, come on, this is you know,
Andy was doing this like when he was like, back when he was, you know, 5 years old. Come on, like
back when I forgot my shoes at home.
Yeah, exactly. We've all done this. Yeah.
No,
that's
I mean,
that's
like,
really cool.
It's so quickly it gets so negative. I mean, you know, that people then, oh, how can you dare to, or like, for example, having a photo shoot or even a nice collaboration with a different brand, if we're talking about this topic, then is right away used as questioning the substance of what you do in music. You know, I see that so often, whereas maybe sometimes it's true, but certainly not, because there is someone who thinks beyond the boundaries. So I think all of us should be actually trying to broaden our minds a little bit in the classical music world, not necessarily by changing the substance of it, which is, for my taste, happening a little bit too much, but by just trying to collaborate beyond the limits of music.
Yeah, what a beautiful message. I think that I couldn't agree more. I think that's what we align on a lot, and what brings us together as friends, as well as colleagues. And yeah, that's really great. I wanted to like talk a little bit about your venture into conducting recently, and how that has impacted you. You know, in terms of, like, I could imagine that suddenly you, instead of, you know, you're basically, as a conductor, you got to establish the container for everyone else to be in, instead of just playing a role inside in another person's framework, right? So I actually wanted to share, before we get into that, I wanted to share a little bit about this. I thought this was a really cool video that you made with yourself, and where you're conducting. So and I think this is like pretty apt about that. I'm actually gonna remove us so that we can see it properly. All right.
Well, I'm so happy to be here, to be making this project, that you dive into this world, and it's really energetic music. And of course, working with Andreas as a conductor is great pleasure and privilege, and I think we get along really well, right? Yeah, fantastic. I mean, really, really fantastic. I'm so happy to have these great musicians, especially Andreas, of course. He's such a fantastic oboe player. Clarinet player. I hope we will have many, many projects in the future together.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
My God, that was quite some time ago, huh?
Yeah, no, but that was, I think it was just like so well done. You know how difficult it is to, I mean, I know how difficult it is to mask that's done really, really well, and the timing is superb. And I think it's also very yeah, how that must feel like there's two different views. Tell us about that.
Well, it's funny because that was at a point where I hadn't really, that was actually at a point where I started to kind of feel that something is either I really have to focus on conducting full on, or I just don't feel well with the situation as it is now, because I started to do more and more play conduct, and then there was interest in actually doing a whole program, so also conducting the symphony from presenters and everything. And I just had a bad feeling about that because I hadn't spent not even close to enough time into really learning and studying conducting. Mm-hmm. And so that was when I really decided, okay, you know what, I'm very interested in that. I've done my studies already a little bit through the years, even as early as when I started to study the clarinet. I already took some conducting classes, but then I'd never really went to kind of dive into it, right? But
yeah, I was just looking at this. Is this like from a Playconduct concert?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. So you also have the score there, but you must be busy. It must be like very, because I've done a few Play Direct concerts, but I mean this looks more like are you doing a symphony as well in this program?
Yeah. So this one is very special. This is an arrangement that I made myself, which combines actually part of a Mendelssohn symphony with the songs without words. So in between that, I play as a soloist, but then also I conduct the symphony. Wow. But actually, to be very honest, I really don't like to do the play conduct. So I was trying to move from it as far as possible, and from now on also I really almost don't do it at all anymore. Because I really think that at least for the beginning you have to, or for a certain amount of time, you just have to be very clear also about your role on stage with the orchestra. Are you the conductor or are you the soloist? Yeah.
You feel like if you're doing both, you're kind of doing, you prefer to do one fully and be fully invested in one or the other.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah,
that was a point also actually which I realized back when this funny video was taken, and then I went for 2.5 years to really to actually back to the how to say it, to the school board.
So you went and studied from the big, so after you had already established yourself as a clarinetist, and playing at the best venues, as one of the best clarinetists in the world. I'm careful of what I say, not because there are other clarinetists out there, but because your brother's also a clarinetist, so I don't want him to come beat me up. But but really as like defining at this and as like at this clarinet empire, and then to go from that, you're saying, okay, well I can play direct as well, and then after that going back to school. Like, lessons, basically back to basics in terms of relearning all of what was that like? Was that that must have been a humbling experience?
I enjoy that very much because, you know, for us nowadays, learning, a position of learning is considered kind of weak sometimes, which because you're a student, you don't know. So it's kind of almost like shameful to go back to, you know, but actually what it is totally the opposite, because 1 minute after you did that already, you will be better than you were before, you know, because you develop. So it's actually a position of strength. And it's so good to open up yourself, and I mean, for me it was very clear, because I think it's a big problem also nowadays, especially because many soloists kind of just pick up the stick and say, oh, it's so fun to conduct,
without going in and learning it properly.
Exactly, and the problem there in general, and specifically also for me, what I felt is just that you come to a point where you're, let's say, a great musician, you know, you have, of course, you didn't change overnight. You still have the experience and the capacities as a musician that you had before, but the tool that you're using, namely your body language as a conductor, is absolutely not up to the level that your tool on the instrument was in terms of quality. So you cannot express yourself. You cannot express the ideas that you have. You don't have the vocabulary to formulate the ideas that you want to transmit to the orchestra with your body language and technique as a conductor, and then you're stuck in a kind of, how you call this, like in a what is this, Lost in Translation. That was the movie.
Right.
Yeah. So you can't communicate with the orchestra, and that is not fair to yourself, and also not fair to the music, and not fair to the orchestra that you're working with.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's so wise. I was actually just looking on YouTube right now, and there's this, I found this this video here that I think is like a, oh no, this isn't gonna work like this. My iPhone frame messed up. but just a little bit of you conducting here. Oh, that is not good either. Yeah.
This is what is this? Weber, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so funny because it's not talent, it's hard work. I think that's so apt. Wow.
This is Tokyo Symphony.
This is Tokyo Symphony?
Yeah.
Try and get like a little closer into the.
There we go. I'm gonna move over.
Yeah. Where are you moving? Where are you moving? Where are you moving, Andy?
You have to scroll to the fun part when it gets faster. Like,
which is that? Give me a timestamp.
Yeah, just go a bit forward. Like, introduction is about like 4 minutes probably. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Wow. This is so cool. Wait, so you're I mean, this is a real, like, I was gonna say real orchestra, like, you know, I mean, because I've never conducted a full-size orchestra, right? I've actually never conducted a symphony, so the thought of it really scares me. But you know, I think that, and I got to be honest with you, like, was there, I would say that I have no interest in doing that, only because I know I respect it so much that I know it takes so much time, right? And instead, if there are all these things to learn, I'd rather learn how to, I don't know, build an app or something. But so this is like the same thing, what you're saying. But were you ever scared, like, going suddenly, you know, as a instrumentalist, you can sort of prove yourself, right, by just being like, that's right, I know how to do this, and at a level, right, especially when you're in front of an orchestra, in front of, like, you know, 80 people who are just sitting there being like, why does this person deserve this spot in front of us. So I know that that's such a deep-seated psychology. Was that ever a thought in your mind when you're like on the first or rehearsals?
I mean, look, psychology in itself is a huge player, anyways, when you're conducting. So this is a big part of the whole adventure, because you're working with a big group of people, and it's not about kind of pressing your ideas onto them, but you have to kind of find a collaborative energy there. So this is anyways, what you're saying is very true in general, and you need to embrace that. But for myself, I mean, of course, there is always doubt in everything, right? And especially when you start something new. But I think when you leave your comfort zone, also in terms of effort, not comfort zone in terms of what you do totally feels unnatural or whatever, then I think that's not a good sign. But just, I absolutely see exactly what you're saying. This is a huge mountain of work and dedication and effort, which now I have maybe scratched the surface of the first little kind of stepping stone or whatever, and I've been doing this now already for now a couple of years. So it's still so huge, the repertoire and the learnings, not only technically, musically, but as I say, also on a human level, on an organizational level, on a psychological level, on your own kind of development. It's not for nothing that one says maybe Bruckner or some symphonies like maybe Mahler 9 or whatever. You don't do. I mean, you can try, but you don't necessarily do well in your first half of your life. So it takes a lot of time to grow into things. It's a different scale. It's a different perspective also of time. It's a different time frame onto that whole thing. So, but
wow.
I guess because you mentioned also that you would then rather do something else, but that's exactly the point. It's just about developing, and that's exactly also
and
if
learning,
you ask me
right?
why am I doing this, or what is the motivation? It's for me, it's not disconnected at all with what I did before. It's just an intensifying what I'm doing and searching for the next step and searching for kind of more what's the word?
I feel like you're on a path
reason,
of personal growth and purpose, searching for purpose,
purpose.
right?
That's
and I love what you're saying, because it's a path that's very similar to mine. I can relate to this so deeply. And as you were
being music.
Yeah, as you were talking, I was like, man, and looking back at the photo from when we once took ages ago, I have to say that, like, in my mind, it's like, wow, I gotta say, Andy, you've matured a lot.
Yeah, thank you. Gray hair.
No, but I feel like in terms of just, I think that in a way answers indirectly my next question that I was gonna ask. It's like the changes that you've seen in yourself, but as someone who has known you for so many years, I think that I'm in a place, in a almost a not a better place, but in a different place, a place of perspective, who can give you that sort of feedback and tell you that it's you're like a completely different person from when I first met you, and in a way that has reflected all of those things that you've been talking about in terms of your personal growth, in terms of searching, finding purpose, finding a greater meaning, but a lot of people talk about this, a lot of people say the words, but you can really feel that you have accomplished what you are, and you're currently enjoying the journey as well, right? Like that you're on this path, that you're on this journey. It's a beautiful thing. Actually, speaking of feedback, I want to leave a little bit of time for us to be able to give feedback as well to our community here on Tonic today. So before you know, we could chat forever. And I'm looking forward to catching up with you in Korea. If there's any also you know, viewers today who are thinking of going to Korea in August, definitely come check us out. We're gonna be.
Well, what is the date? August.
It's August. Let's see here. August 11th. Let's see. I think it's the 11th. There we go. Classic Revolution.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh my God, that is such an old photo of me. Why did they use this photo? Anyway, it's all right. It's all good. You look great.
These are also the highlights of actually this shift for me, because now I can invite you to my festival, where I'm now in my festival, but I'm the new artistic director there now, which is a great honor. I'm looking forward. And I can make music with you in a totally different constellation. You know, we can be on stage together with a huge orchestra, with an amazing orchestra, with the Seoul Philharmonic. So that's going to be really, really exciting. And this is so cool, because I mean, we did chamber music together before, of course.
True.
But not in this constellation with a symphony orchestra, you know. And a huge piece. I mean, you're going to be playing Brahms Violin Concerto, right?
That's right. I'm going to be playing Brahms. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait this is going to be my first time as well experiencing you as a conductor. So like not just, you know, you were also directing the ensembles that we were playing in, but not on this scale, like you said, not on this scale. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to this. Man. This is going to be a fun thing. Yeah, this is great.
And we're going to do a lot of stuff, you know, also around it, and how to say, like, we're gonna set Seoul on fire in the best possible way. So whoever is there, come around. Grab.
Yes. Exactly. Or whatever. Exactly. Yeah. Come check us out. All right. So let's move on to the part where we have some Q&A. If you guys are now ready to ask questions, definitely quickly open a studio. Type your question in the description. We went through this before, but the studio button is on the top left. New studio, boom, description there, Q&A, and you know, I mean, we're down for all sorts of questions, right, Andy? I mean, you can see Andy's a very open person.
Away.
Yeah, you can literally ask any questions you would like. This is not actually
almost
nice. Awesome. Well, let's go through. I think there's already like almost 80 people here, and we're gonna do what I like to call studio surf. So yeah, you can see there's a lot of people who are just practicing. So you know, we're just gonna go around. I wonder if there's any clarinetists as well that are on today. But yeah, you know, let's see. Let's start with an easy one. Let's start with a question. Oh my gosh, there's so many. This is you know, the community has been really growing lately a lot, and so, you know, we've expanded quite a bit, and so yeah, it's really exciting. It's a really exciting time. So thanks for being a part of this as well, because I know you were so kind in the beginning when we were so-called Pocket, and you know, you're also like lending us your name. You're like, yeah, we didn't really know what we were doing. It was just like, are we doing master classes, or are we doing whatever? And then we went into
this
practice.
Is so cool. This is so cool, because in these kind of projects, and also in the musical world, that's something I can only encourage people who are now in the practice rooms in your app, using your app, to kind of take motivation from. When you get to a stage when you have some kind of I don't know, power to shape also your musical world yourself, this is so cool to then get your friends together and actually you know, create something yourself. And I mean, this now, of course it's a highly professional level. Let's if we take this as an example, in Korea, the festival and the concert, it's an amazing orchestra and great in the fantastic hall and everything, and huge sponsor, whatever, yeah. But in the end, it's you and me, two friends together, be on stage. We're gonna have a nice time, and we make music together, you know. And this is amazing, you know, to be able to create something like that, or with you in the app as well. I mean, you know that you can call so many of your friends and tell them about this, and they will be excited to help. So that's great.
Yeah, that's a wonderful thing. Well, I found someone who's both on YouTube and in here, not a clarinetist, but just Marin, someone that we've seen practicing a lot. On YouTube and in okay, in here, whoa. Well, we gotta have Marin. You gotta lower the volume on the other on your YouTube device. Okay, let's go.
Hi, now I can't hear you though.
That's okay. I'll type.
Hi, now I can't hear you though. Did that help?
You can watch the live stream afterwards. I think just play a little section first. You can watch the. There's a little bit of a delay between YouTube and you know, Tonic is live, like
Again, sorry.
is completely live, and so you know YouTube YouTube is like something that's yeah, there we go. All right.
Okay.
She's actually a clarinetist this whole time. I didn't know. Nice. So, Andy, you probably know this piece, right? I don't know this piece, so.
You don't know this piece? What do you think?
yeah. Ask me. What do I think?
Yeah, so it's Schumann fantasy pieces, Fantasiestücke. Beautiful, bravo. Marin was the name?
Yeah, right? Marin. Yep.
Yeah, very cool, amazing. Well, sound-wise, I can't say too much because it's always different if you really listen live. So I don't want to go into that too much. But one tip, what I would say is, try to feel the longer line here as much as possible. Yeah, so it's not too static in a way. Really think that this is a song, you know, so that you connect those notes very much. Beautiful legato, and maybe for my taste it could be a bit more fluent from the tempo. It could be a bit lighter in tempo, and then you will have actually a more intimate espressivo, if that makes sense.
So almost like is the line that you're talking about, because this is something that we do as violinists, right? We have to imagine this line, because oftentimes our technique is just very like a little bit vertical, right? Like or horizontal. It's we take a retake, but I mean for wind instruments, I know that y'all like, you know, like there's a breath there, and so it must be a different sort of like intention, especially if you're like running out of breath to still push through, right?
To be honest, actually,
or am I completely like wrong?
No, I mean, actually, you're very right. But the fact that we have the air that we use is actually, or should be used in a very helpful way, because it can remind us a lot how we use the air when we sing, you know. So it's a very natural, actually, especially with the clarinet, it's a very natural way of the amount of air you take in and breathe out is actually quite comparable with when you sing, you know.
And
for example, with you
adding on, like, how do you like there's a question here and also in the chat, like how do you solve this through when it's a really long phrase?
Well, there's always natural ways to breathe. You can always position a breath in a very musical and natural way. So this is not normally actually never a problem. But of course, there's also circular breathing where you can breathe while you play. So there's techniques to do that.
Yeah, I tried that with like a straw and a
straw.
glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing it on this with Jasmine, and
Did you spill the water on yourself?
Yeah, yes, it was like the worst. I couldn't do it. Yeah, but yeah, that was so. So is that like a necessary technique though that every wind instrumentalist has to learn?
No, it's nice to be able to do it, because sometimes you can use it actually rather to just sneak in a little breath like that to give you a more comfortable position. But there's almost no phrase in music literature repertoire that that really kind of where it would be terrible if you take a breath here or there, you know.
Got it. Okay, well that's good to know. Thanks so much, Marin, for the beautiful playing. Yeah, that was amazing. We are back to studio surfing, and I'm gonna find one while I'm doing that. Are there I wanted to ask you like a question. Are there things that are transferable that you felt, you know, might not, I don't know, that surprised you, let's say, from being a clarinetist into being a conductor? Were there things that like you're like, oh, I didn't think that would actually like work, but then it did?
Well, it's more like what really startles you is the concept of time and of impulse, because as a musician, as an instrumentalist, you are in the now. So basically, when you give, for example, someone an impulse to play with you, you play exactly at the same time, and it is the impulse is felt when it is also in reality given, right?
Yeah,
it's correlating.
Yeah, it's kind of like this, and then as a conductor, there's the opposite, right? There's a delay. Yeah,
as a conductor, you're always earlier than.
So it's exactly like what's happening right now on YouTube and the audience. It's just kind of like one, and then like a few seconds later, click.
There we go.
Nice. Oh my gosh. Oh, I found another person. This one's Juliet. Got a practice mute on. It's 12 a.m. This is what I love about Donic. It's like there's always people practicing at every single point of the day, because it's always practice time somewhere. So, I think they might be watching the YouTube live. We'll come back to this later, but let's see here. Another one. Should we just pop into someone's chill playing while watching? All right, let's see here. Brian. It's Brian. Let's see here.
Hi, big fan.
Hi. You're on live stream right now. You do realize, right?
Maybe I think someone just went into his room.
Yeah, I think we just busted
I'm so sorry,
into.
I'm not ready for this.
Play something. I always feel like I'm like it's like I was just like play.
My whole family's having karaoke. This is a bad time. I'm so sorry.
Oh, karaoke. That's so funny. I was just like, well, do you have a? Let me see. Do you have a question for Andy? Maybe something about his jawline?
Well, I'm kind of interested in learning how composers how conductors conduct orchestras. So are there any tips on how to pick it up?
How to pick it up? All right. How do you even begin? Do you start by like conducting to I would think, okay, this is how I would begin. I would start by having a recording playing, putting a mirror in front of myself and conducting with a score and seeing if I was like, conducting to the right imaginary orchestra playing. Is that a good place to start?
No.
but where can I get what do you don't expect people to get their hands on an orchestra, right? So how can they start? What do they do?
Look, whatever you want to do is good. I mean, anything that that you feel you want to explore is in the end helpful in a way, but that is not like strategically a place where you're gonna develop your
okay, this is
skills
important.
in a way, right?
This is important
So,
because like I would have thought that was a starting point. But tell us what is the accurate starting point?
I know of some people who actually have like a imaginary orchestra in their workspace or whatever, where they then practice like, how to say, like geographically, so to say, where to give entrances and stuff. But I mean, I never did that. But that's maybe much later when you want to maybe memorize a piece or something. But this is not for learning the technical part of it. I think, I mean, it depends really. I mean, if you're not have nothing to do with music at all, then of course your starting point will be quite different from someone like you now, right? Or me back then. Because for us, the best thing to do is just to go to a professor and talk to him and see and ask, okay, what should I do? What are the steps? And then probably he's going to ask you, well, prepare a piece that you know really well, and just try to prepare the way you would do it. At least that's what happened to me.
Got it.
And then you go and then you get beaten up big time, and then you go home and cry.
you get humbled? Is that what happens?
No, literally you get beaten up. No, I'm just kidding.
That's so funny. Actually, in the chat, someone was like, "Yo, I like to see it. I like to see it when Ray gets the wrong answer. Excuse me, Mika. What does that mean?" They like to see me get bullied. It's good. It's great. Well, thanks so much, Brian, and thanks Andy for that one. That's
sure.
and you know, invite us next time when your family's doing karaoke. We want to come too. Yo, we'd be good at karaoke, don't you think, Andy?
Bro, excuse me. Don't you remember, Alice, you and me in Tokyo?
Oh my gosh!
I think I even have this somewhere on my Instagram stories or something.
Oh no! Yeah,
you cracked that high note big time.
Yeah, I was. Yes, I remember this. Actually, I think like my throat the next day was so sore. It was like I was dying from that karaoke night.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We'll do that. We'll do that again in Korea. But we should do something like we should do some kind of let's do some kind of how do you say challenge or something, maybe on your
Tonic
app.
Yeah,
like from the Korean or from anyone who can be in Korea, who, I don't know, what kind of challenges do you do, like who practices most or who does the best I don't know what.
Maybe
you think of something.
yeah, we could definitely do my mind went into like karaoke, and I was thinking about, but we can definitely...
and then the winner gets a ticket to a concert, and we go for karaoke after.
Yo.
What do you say now?
Yeah, what? Yeah, who wants to come karaoke with me and Andy? Oh yeah, in Korea, in Seoul.
Wait, 100 people just logged off. I don't know what happened.
No, but 100,000 people just came.
Logged off. There we go.
On. Yes, it's always about that. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
There we go. I love the comment from Sabrina. I have to travel to Korea in August. There we go.
Yes.
That's dedication.
That's dedication. Well, you know, there was someone, I think Lauren in the chat, you know, it's not out of the question. There was a tonic meetup. I was playing at the Philharmonic in Berlin. I don't think you were around, but with you know, Noah and the other guys, and Lauren from the chat flew from LA to Berlin.
Wow.
And we also had this whole tonic meetup. People came from all over. Anastasia came from Poland, and yeah, there was like,
I mean, seriously now, because I found that so cool also what you did in the past with like this Play with Ray, I think it was called.
Yeah, we're doing another one this coming like in a month. It's going to be at the Sydney Opera House. So,
wow.
Yeah.
But I mean, we could do something like that as well.
Oh, well, you're the boss. You call me. You know, you got my number. Are we sorting this out online right now? We're like planning for this live stream just became like an artistic planning. You guys are getting a first hand, you know, behind the stage.
That's how it goes. You think it's like contracts and lawyers and stuff? No, you meet online.
you meet online
with like 50,000 people on
yeah.
on the live chat.
Yes, that's right.
I never said that. I never said that.
Oh yeah, okay. That's awesome. Wait, I want to. There's a few more practice rooms I want to bust in on. I'm just like thinking about. Okay, what I love about Tonic is that there's people of all levels, right? You get people who are like honestly at a professional level, and then you get people who are beginners. And I always want to show the beginners some love. So this is. I found someone it's their second day of playing the violin.
No.
Yeah,
Wow.
second day of playing the violin. So we gotta go in. We gotta go in, and it's so important for encouragement, right? And you look at all the people in the chat, and like Grace Kim here, like being like, oh yeah, your sound is so good for day 2. It's so encouraging, right? This is like exactly why I love this community. It's just like, try relaxing your wrist a bit more.
Amazing.
And people like, yeah, it's better now. It's just so great.
This is like the opposite of like Instagram haters. This is so
yeah.
Seriously, so good.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like this is what I love about the community. It's like, imagine you're on day 2, right, of your practice journey, of your conducting journey, Andy. Like you conducting, and then it's day 2, and then I don't know who we are in terms of but Dudamel comes in. Are we like the Dudamels of our instrument? Maybe is that
hair wise for sure.
Yes, but and then we come in. It's just like, and Dudamel would probably be like, very good. Arrechissimo.
No, it's a great. It's
so great. Yes, he dropped by our quartet concert the other day. It was so nice as well. Yeah, those
nice. Yeah.
He's such a nice guy. So yeah, this is oh my gosh, this is what I love. So well done, Kasia, and happy practicing, and also for the rest of your journey as well. This is day 2. I can't wait to see like day 20, day 200, day 2000, right? That's where it's at. Well, look, we are slightly, we've still got a bit of time, but what are some other I actually wanted to what I wanted to share with everybody. I wanted to share a little bit about also the festival. Like I have here your other festival in Bergenstock, and it's just so beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at the view. I just wanted to like share the view. Look at this. Just look at that view. That's just like, that's amazing. It's so
beautiful.
Amazing. Yeah. That's the view.
And
Whoops! Didn't mean to share that online. Oh my gosh, are we zooming in? Oh geez, that was unintentional. I meant to look at the mountains anyway. So there's some view there as well. But anyway, we should remove that from the internet immediately. No, but as somebody who actually, I wanted to ask you this: as somebody who you work out a lot, and or you're at least very athletic. You do a lot of sports and activities, and I mean, tell us a little bit about that. Are there any sorts of exercises that musicians should avoid or anything like that?
Are you gonna compare our 2 photos now next to each other, or what is this? Where are you aiming at?
How do you know? I'm like on your Instagram right now, like scrolling through it. Delicious. Let me see where's a thirst trap photo that I can. Oh, look at these guys. Oh wait, is that Lorenzo? Oh, there we go. Look. Oh my gosh, these Beach Boys right here. Those abs you could just wash clothes on. Someone in the chat, Sabrina in the chat is showing her thirst. She's saying delicious. Everyone's saying delicious. Look at all you thirsty people. Go follow Andy on Instagram right now. Andy, how do you maintain such a bod? Tell us the secrets to this. Like how, because I'm always watching what I eat. Do you have to watch what you eat to be able to maintain?
I don't watch at all what I eat. I just like good food, so I'm and good also in terms of like not necessarily like fast food or whatever. So I also eat that, but I also just enjoy to have some healthy food if possible. But we all, I think, have the same challenges in our job, which involves so much travel that you can't always really choose from the full, from the healthiest stuff when you're on the road. But luckily enough, so far everybody was telling me once you turn 30, everything's gonna go down, and you're gonna it's gonna be much harder to maintain or whatever. And fortunately enough, you wouldn't guess, but I'm already past 30. Unfortunately,
both of us, both of us are already past 30.
Yeah, man, I know, it's crazy, but unfortunately for me, sports, anyways, any kind of sport was always a big part of my life. So it's not something that I have to try to do, but I actually want to. So that helps a lot with that. And
wow,
that's it.
Do you lift weights? Do you lift weights?
Yeah, well, I do like HIIT workouts. This high intensity training. Yeah. And I do also go to the gym and stuff, but most of what I do is like body weight or just really sports as such, like from ski touring to tennis, of course, to soccer, kite surfing, whatever. So just being active in itself, and then I think it's also a lot actually has to do with your body type in a way. So
you're basically saying that you have good genes. We get it. You do have good genes, Andy. I don't think anyone is denying that who's watching the live stream right now. Everyone agrees, right? Chat. Everyone agrees. Anyone who disagrees, raise your hand. But football. That's I love people in the chat. They're just so funny, This the community. This is what the community.
Does he
like
have
so
Levi's? Great. Oh my god.
Does he have Levi's? What are Levi's?
Yeah, because he said good genes. Good genes. Oh.
Oh my god. Nice. That was good. Who said that? That deserves good genes. Who said you deserve? Does he? Sayla Kwok. Sayla. Yeah. Okay. You win. You win the internet shout out of the day. Wow. That's amazing.
Not bad. That's 10 points on the.
I don't even know how
challenge.
I don't even know how to follow that up, but I think this is a good place to pause there and let you get back. Oh, you know what? Actually, no, I lied. There's a Q&A right here from maybe not get this wrong. Aiden. All right, let's check a look at that Q&A from clarinet player. I wanted to ask about embouchure and learning to play. Okay. All right, learning to play on. Okay, then it goes away. I can't see the rest of it. But Aiden, if you're listening, you should ask the question live. Now.
Is there sound?
Yes, there is sound.
Oh. Oh, okay. It's just a bit laggy.
He's like.
Are you in the bathroom?
Percussion instruments. He's actually not a clarinetist.
The embouchure, because I wanted to find a way how to train my embouchure to be able to play a bit longer every time, because I struggle sometimes with being able, for example, with staccato, being able to play more and more. And I wanted to find out if there was a way to maybe increase the time that I could spend, like playing and stuff. So that's just one of the questions. And the other one is also, I'm beginning to play on new types of reed. I've played on traditional. About embouchure. Yes, it gets a bit sore. It gets very tired, and I just if a word that describes it, maybe lethargic. I don't really know. and yes, it gets sore, and I can't play a lot. So yeah,
That's good. Let's
yeah,
good. Let's start with that.
that's
Let's start with that question. So, because I'm curious, Andy, yeah, tell us your. This sounds like a mouth exercise that you gotta give us a masterclass on. This live stream is flagged by YouTube.
Bro, yeah, it's like nope. So first of all, thanks for joining us, Adnan, and for this question. I'm not sure. Can you maybe reply in writing or something? I just wanted to ask: is this specifically for the staccato, or is it in general?
Oh, in general, he says.
In general, okay. Well, I don't know how long have you been playing then? Have you like how many years?
9 years.
9 years.
That's interesting. Wow. Oof. I don't know. I mean, to be honest, normally embouchure muscle or strength just automatically build up by playing. So there's no real exercise that I do or that I would even recommend outside of that, because
yeah, but maybe
I guess,
you have really good genes, as we've established. So what about those with slightly, not as good jaw lines as yours? Like, what do we do if we want to build up our embouchure?
No, but look, I don't want to recommend anything because it's such a sensitive. It's like, for example, for you, it would be maybe the bow hand or something, and you don't want to. Can I say this? You don't want to fuck with. You don't want to fuck with that, So I don't.
Hey, guy, wait a second. This is my YouTube channel. Don't get a community strike on it.
Okay.
It's all good.
Play around. You don't want to play around with that. So I wouldn't do any weird exercises that just build any kind of muscle, because it's so, especially the balance of muscles and of tension and of control is so delicate that you have to be careful there. I would, maybe you can do some tests or whatever, that maybe there's some other issue of I don't know, that has maybe neurological stuff, that sometimes there can be something stuck in your jaw or something that then makes your embouchure go numb. Maybe I don't know, but maybe you can check that out. I wouldn't just kind of into the blue do some hardcore muscle building exercises for this region, because it's so delicate.
Do you try to? But maybe there's like preventative things. Like, are you? I mean, one thing I was thinking of was like, as you were talking about that, like TMJ, right? When the jaw locks up and stuff like that. Like, maybe is it something like? I mean, is embouchure just around the lips, or is it like also the whole mouth, like the jaw as well?
Oh, I would say it is about the entire complexity here.
Right, because like maybe it's like a teeth grinding thing that's happening at night. Do you think that those things could contribute?
That could be.
Or maybe
that's
like
what I'm saying.
Chewing gum, during the day. Yeah, maybe to avoid that.
That's why I'm saying I would maybe go to the dentist and check out if this teeth grinding is actually a good approach. This is something very common, and maybe some react to it differently than others. And if you have maybe a big general tension in that area, then it might be that you just get tired quicker than others. So right. That's why I'm saying I wouldn't do any like weird training just like that without really knowing the reason, because it's very weird. Like if you had just begun to play the clarinet like a year ago or something, then I would be okay. Maybe you still need to build up this and your body needs to get used to it. But if you're 9 years in, then that's not something that will build up more than is now. Or you don't play for a month and then you play again, and this is your rhythm. Of course, then it's a different story. But it doesn't sound like that from what Andan has just described.
I'm just looking at the chat that Marin says, I have scars from inside of my lower lip from doing it very wrong for years and getting cuts from my teeth.
Well, I mean, if she's referring to the lower lip, that's something also quite common from playing wind instruments, that because your teeth are basically are like that. So there's pressure, right?
I'm glad you use this finger and not this finger, you know, because I was like thinking, like, is this like a hidden signal or something like that?
I was doing. No, but I use something also from my dentist that he specifically made to cover the lower teeth, so they're not as sharp.
Actually, Andy, can you just show us your lips again? I think there's a request in the chat to just like have more of a close up of the lips in particular. We need to know the embouchure. We want to see like the proper technique and get a little bit more of just
right,
the lips.
Okay, all right, and
okay,
here we go.
Get ready to screenshot. It's like, there you go.
Right.
Oh my gosh! All right.
You
Well,
look
thanks.
like, no.
Thank you, Aiden, for the question, and you know, I think that, you know, Andy, thanks so much for your time as well. This has been an awesome chat. We've really enjoyed it. We've had so much fun. You know, it's always like this. This is the vibe, guys. So you can imagine what it's like on stage as well. So Andy, I can't wait to play with you in Seoul and Korea, and hopefully to many more opportunities as well. And yeah, this is like, please call me. I need some gigs.
It was such a pleasure.
It was such a pleasure, Maestro. Will I have to start calling you Maestro from now on?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Definitely.
Especially in Asia, where it's like, you know, very serious and, you know, seniority. It's like, oh, oppa, Maestro, oppa.
But actually, you know, in Korea, it's a bit different. I think the people are in Korea. I would say they're the Italians of the Asians somehow.
The Italians of the Asians,
because
Good
they're
food.
so actually so no, but they're so
Good
like
pasta.
so outgoing.
Oh yeah, they are. They definitely are. Yeah. I feel like they're probably also like, either they've got so much passion. They're like really, like you said, really outgoing and like
a
to
little
party
more
a lot.
respect, please.
yeah, definitely. Wow, well, that's gonna be so much fun. Can't wait to spend time with you there. And yeah, thank you so much again. Hey, round of applause for Andy. Thank you so much for being with us here. Woo! Thank you. your person upstairs is just like, what? Oh man,
There's no
thank
one
you so
upstairs.
much.
Come on.
No, you have the penthouse suite. Exactly. Do you know how much this jawline gets you? Oh my god, I don't even know where this is going right now. But anyway, we're done here. We're done. Thank you so much, everyone. Say goodbye, Andy.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Bye. yeah, what do you think I should do about like these abs? I mean, my abs are like, you know, like not bad too, right? Like I feel like.
Sorry, I'm a bit occupied at the moment.
What? Oh gosh, what about like? I mean, give me some tips about how I can, you know, also like be.
Yeah, it's a lost cause. I'm sorry.
I mean, but you know, I mean, that's a pretty good abs, don't you think?
All
Like,
right.
Gosh,
Sorry,
I mean,
I was looking at the what is this next to you? Where are you
this is
standing
a
there?
Don't, you're looking at don't look
I
at
like your
look
shorts though.
Yeah,
I like
thank
your
you.
shorts.
Thank you. Yeah, that's yeah, I worked on those. Yeah,